So welcome once again to Shart Select. It's the gaming and nerd culture podcast, which it's grim, it's disgusting, and maybe somebody out there might like it. I'm your host Craig, aka Winstolf, and I'm joined once again by those sexy Edgerton brothers. We've got Ryan.
Evening.
And what's the other one called? Oh yeah, Stu. Hey Stu.
How do?
So how are we all? We all good? You alright, Stu?
Yeah, fine, yeah.
What's Ryan been doing?
Nothing really. Playing games.
That's good, because that's what this podcast is about, so
yeah,
it's what we're best talk about. I have been playing games, but I also had to take a week out to find my missing cat. It's not a euphemism, I lost my cat. I found her, though. If he wants to see the cat, I might put a picture of her on the WordPress document, which I'm going to make. The blog post, that's the thing. The blog post. Why can't I get my words out tonight? So yeah, so that's good. So we're all here. We decided to wait till after Christmas to record again, because it's a stressful time of year. But how are we all? Like, are we all happy? Yeah. I've just eaten a takeaway, so I am, like, feeling a bit ill. But it's good. I can record.
I just had a pork overload.
Whoa, I didn't touch you.
Too many pork loins got off of an offer at work.
Oof. So let's get to the first matter of the podcast. The first major subject, which is what have we all been playing. And let's start this week with the man who was having trouble with his sound. Stu, what have you been playing?
Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And what do you think of that? Any good?
It's alright, everyone looks like reconstructions of a caveman.
Like on Tag Team?
Yeah, and it looks really waxy at times.
That sounds amazing. So basically it's a game where you play as a Time Team reconstruction of a man.
Yeah,
or a lady.
The main characters all look perfectly fine. It's the NPCs just look like really
brilliant.
weird and like waxy looking.
That sounds excellent. I think Ryan's got some thoughts. Right? Thoughts on that, Ryan? You've also played
the
this.
main character looks alright. The people you interact with are alright. It's just some of the NPCs do look a bit weird.
Waxy NPCs.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it makes me laugh. Well, because it's pronounced, the names are pronounced how they should have been pronounced, so the way I always thought it should be pronounced, and some of the Greek words are wrong, and I'm trying to think who that is.
Yeah.
No spoilers.
Chlatodotomus.
Yeah. What's his name? Hieronymus or stuff. I don't know. There's some weird ones, but there's another one. I'm trying to think what some of the names are.
Whilst Ryan's thinking on that, I'll say, right, Assassin's Creed have nearly always been good by at least incorporating some of the language and the accents of where they're set. Apart from, did anyone play Unity?
No.
You weren't missing much, it was terrible. But it was set in Paris and everyone was British. That really ruined it for me. I was like, why can't Arnaud be French? He's supposed to be French.
I've got it.
Go on.
Hypocrisies.
Hypocrisies?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's Hippocrates or something.
Oh, the Hippocratic Oath.
Yeah.
The guy that...
Hippocrates, as you know, Bill and Ted.
Yeah, that was Socrates, wasn't it? Socrates! I'll be honest, the only Greek thing I've ever seen or played is my big fat Greek wedding. All I know from that is that you have to go whoopah a lot.
Severe lack of hummus as well.
Hummus?
Yeah, there's no hummus in it.
Oh, really? No, I'm not playing it then. Unless there's authentic ancient Greek hummus, I am not playing.
No,
you can screw it.
Always makes you think of you don't mess with the Zohan. There's nothing like that.
No, Adam Sandler is in Assassin's Creed Israel.
Yeah, he plays the Zohan in Assassin's Creed Israel.
I think any game where you play as Adam Sandler would be a terrifying ordeal.
No.
So,
I feel no pain.
Well, you'd have no health there.
I like how it's got an actual move called Spartan Kick. It's basically like playing 300.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
You kick people down pits.
Kick off mountains.
So here's a question. Is Leonidas from 300 in Assassin's Creed Odyssey?
Yeah.
He plays him at the top.
You play as Leonidas?
Yeah.
Sick.
Spartan kicking everyone.
Yeah.
Press beats a Spartan kick.
I'm currently playing it as well, and I am 51 hours in, and I've still not found my mother. No spoilers.
Not spoiler alert. Okay. That sounds pretty good.
50 hours in, and it's like... So it's good, because I'm 50 hours in.
You get plenty of time, play time for your money.
Sometimes I'm thinking, I'll just, like today, I'll just go on this island next door. I had no quests to go. It's a small island. I thought I'll just go on here just to explore it. 4 quests later, I'm only just started in that island. I'm like, ugh.
So here's a question for the pair of you. As a man who didn't really get on with Origins, would I like Odyssey?
I didn't play Origins.
Oh,
it's like
wow.
It's like a mixture of. Actually, best way to describe it is probably Black Flag 2.
I did like Black Flag.
But without
you get your own ship.
Yeah, but it's not got all the shitty like micromanagement that was in Black Flag.
It's not got things like sending little 2D pictures of ships against each other.
Yeah, no, you've just got your own ship and it's unlocked different crews. So I went down to some shipwreck and found a load of Vikings down there.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
hang on a minute, Vikings in ancient Greece?
Yeah.
That's chronologically awkward.
Well, because I didn't play Black Flag, for me, best way for it to describe it, kind of plays like Shadow of War.
Okay, I play Shadow of Mordor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plays a bit like that.
Okay.
That, and a little bit like... Well, I suppose it's mainly that, because you get all the sub-objectives when you just decide if you want to go and clear them or not.
That sounds okay. I might get it when it goes cheaper then. That sounds alright.
It's £31 at the moment.
Oh,
in
can't afford that. I can only buy one full price game a month at the moment. And Resident Evil 2 remakes out this month. Anyway, back to us. I think we've talked enough about waxy ancient Greeks that don't have hummus. What else have you been playing?
Battlefield, still.
How are you doing on that?
It's alright. Pretty good.
Now, I watched someone play it the other day. There's a single player mission where you're a tiger tank.
Yeah, that's a really good mission.
And it's the world's fastest tiger tank. It can move at the speed of a moped. I'm guessing you're mainly playing it online.
Yeah.
How is it compared to, say, Battlefield 1?
It's basically just the same as it's like Battlefield 4 and 3. So it's just more of the same.
So it's not really updated in any major way.
Oh really? It's just got updated. It's the same game. We never said it was going to be a completely separate game. It is a continuation of Battlefield 1.
Yeah.
So Battlefield 1 was like fantasy World War 1 kind of.
It was a bit, yeah, because some of the stuff was a bit historically dubious, like massive suits of body armour that can withstand machine gun fire.
Yeah, so it's if that carried on into World War 2.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to reinvent the wheel every time you release a new game, as long as it's a good game, right?
Yeah, and I think it's today or tomorrow. The new update's coming out for it, so you're getting a co-op mode, Rush is back, 4 new guns, a couple of new vehicles, and that's all free.
Yeah, so it's giving you free DLC as well. That's quite good.
Yeah, you get it's 4 weeks is a season, and at the end of each season there's a big DLC drop.
Is that with a season pass, or is it entirely free?
That's entirely free for everyone.
Well, that's pretty cool then. Whilst I probably won't play it myself, I like the idea of that.
Yeah, it's good.
Apparently, it suffered sales-wise compared to Battlefield 1, but maybe that's because Battlefield 1 was so different.
Yeah.
Being the first one.
Yeah, I think it's because they got the balance perfect in Battlefield 1.
Yeah. Well, I hope it does better then if you get all the free DLC and stuff with it. That's pretty awesome. Anything else you've been playing?
Magic the Gathering online. No, not online. Arena, even.
Okay. Have you played that, Ryan?
I've had a quick go.
You two being Magic the Gathering fans of many years.
Still prefer the face-to-face game, no?
Yeah, so you can watch people getting angry at you when you play your dirty cards.
And playing online, people take so long. It's just as mad.
You have played games with me before where I'm going, Stu, what does this card do? Stu, what does this card do?
Once you get into the ranked games, though, it's pretty quick. So everyone knows what they're doing once you get to the different leagues.
So Magic the Gathering, so how does it compare to the last Magic game, which I think was on the 360, was it?
It's more related to the actual card game. So all the cards, I think there's a release today, actually, it was at the end of this week, of the new expansion that's coming out. It's like 230 odd cards. So they do blocks. A block is 3 expansions. So it's a second expansion of Guilds of Provincia block again.
Is it online only, or is there a single player sort of campaign?
It's all online. It's basically Hearthstone but Magic.
Hearthstone / Gwent, but with Magic the Gathering. So
Magic came first, isn't it?
But I just have one question for all the Magic fans out there. Is there a Black Lotus card? Oh dear.
It can never be remade.
That's literally all I know about Magic the Gathering. There's a Black Lotus card. Yeah. I had a green and white deck once, and I was okay with it.
I watched a video, it's on YouTube somewhere, about the Black Lotus and why it's so valuable, and the fact that they never remade it in any future expansions, because it was an agreement set in writing with Wizards of the Coast to say that they'd never...
Was it just
It's like so many cards, like about 20 cards, would never be republished in any future expansions.
Are they just like a really broken card or something?
But it's free to play, and you could destroy it and get a 3 mana.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Not
so that's
3,
quite...
but 3.
Yeah.
So you instantly playing cards that you shouldn't be playing so early on. If you get it in the right time.
Any other games you've been playing, Stu?
No, that's it. I've just been streaming Battlefield and Magic.
Okay, Ryan, what have you been playing?
Besides Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which we've discussed already.
Oh, yeah.
And Magic the Gathering Arena.
Oh, yeah.
I've played the 30-minute trailer, 30-minute demo of Resident Evil 2.
I've got things to say about that.
I got to about 2 minutes before the demo actually ran out, when my timer ran out. The good thing is, because I played it on Steam, I unlocked all the achievements.
I played it on the PS4 and was nowhere near the end because I got carried away walking around the corridors going, ooh, it's just like the PS1 version from 1998. I went sightseeing. Though I was a bit upset that it didn't have the police station music when you first go in there, because that's like nostalgia music to me. But that was good though, wasn't it? Did you get the shotgun?
I did.
I didn't even find the shotgun.
Yeah, there's a video on my Twitch of me blowing someone's head off with a shotgun.
The highlight for me was I shot a zombie in the head till it fell down, and to make sure it was dead, I might have shot it in its secret parts. It looked really funny, but it was also very rude.
Do you not think for a remake of graphics are that amazing?
It's the same engine as Resident Evil 7.
I was going to say, yeah, it's the Resi 7 engine, but converted to third person. I think it looked decent.
I've got it on 4K, and it looks pretty decent.
I mean, put it this way, it looks better than Resident Evil did in 1998.
Oh yeah, I know, I've seen it, it looks good. I'm just expecting something more.
I was kind of blown away with it. I loved it. I like the fact that they kept Leon's 90s curtain hair.
Yeah.
He's not the same without his curtain cut, but there you go.
We have the same police chief though.
No, he actually had a voice actor now instead of the caretaker at in Capcom's office, going, ooh, take this key card, and things like that. God, he was the best. Can we put some audio of him in? Leon!
See if we can find it in the video when we do it.
Yes. That guy was amazing.
So yeah, obviously played that for 30 minutes.
Yep, okay.
I've also been playing Origami again.
Origami?
Yeah, it's on PlayStation 4.
Describe.
Or PC.
Describe that. I've never heard of it.
Yeah, it's only like £10. It's you play as a ninja made out of shadows.
Okay.
And it's only about 8 hours long, the game. It's pretty good, but the only downside is there's no combat. So when you get spotted, enemies, which are soldiers of the light or something, hit you with a sword, you die. So because you're basically just a shadow.
So it's very much a stealth them up there.
Yeah, he plays a ninja. I
think a Shadow Ninja sounds like the most edgy teenage boys web username.
Sounds like a game attack.
Yes! XXX Shadow Ninja No Scope 420 XXX.
Yeah, so it's pretty good actually. It's only like...
I think I might have seen that I might have seen that reviewed somewhere, looking at the picture.
Yeah.
Maybe on the Well Read Major or something. I'll have to read up on it. It's
good actually.
I like his red... He's got a funky red cloak.
Yeah. So I've been playing that again because there's released a free level creator.
Oh, you love a good level creator.
Yeah, so I had a quick go on that. And then also, someone's made a Tenchu tribute to the first level of Tenchu Stealth Assassins on PS1.
Oh, nice.
Same layout, and you have to go and kill Echigoya again.
Ichigonads, I always called it.
Ichigonads, yeah, you have to go kill him. So I've been playing that and making a level.
Does he have guards that go, Oni, Oni, Oni? Whatever it is they used to say.
No, there's actually talk.
Which is one that talks about bears, and you didn't believe me.
Bears?
And a bear showed up.
Yes, it was Tenchu Z on the Xbox 360.
Yeah, that was
where you said that every time you cut a guard's throat, the blood attracts bears. And we was like, shut up, Stu, there's no bears in Japan. And then the bear came out of nowhere and tried to kill us.
Yeah.
You didn't even play that game, so that's weird.
I did though, didn't I?
Oh, you played it a lot because it had ninjas in it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one that had the evil ninja in a big leather coat.
Like a Final Fantasy character.
Yeah.
So remember from Tenchu, there's the enemy called Onikage, but when you spell out, it just looks like Oinkage.
Oinkage? Yeah. Who's this Oinkage guy?
Oinkage.
He's a farmer.
And finally, I've been playing Phantom Doctrine.
Phantom Doctrine, I've heard the name. What is it?
One sec. I thought he said Phantom.
What's going on?
I thought he said Phantom Dog Train.
Oh, that would be amazing. You can have like a German Shepherd driving it.
Yeah. Phantom Dog Train.
And they call it in the caboose.
Wait, it's a train of dog. I imagine a dog with lots of wheels
amazing.
going down like a ghostly dog.
Well, it's got wheels.
Lots of wheels.
What's the Studio Ghibli film where the cat turns into a bus? It'd be like that, but different.
Yeah.
Is it My Neighbor Totoro? Something like that. There's a cat that turns into a bus, and this could be a dog that turns into a train.
So Phantom Doctrine is a top-down, basically XCOM clone, but it's set in the 80s and you play as the CIA spy.
Okay.
And you have to do some spyage
Are you killing the Russians?
I haven't figured out who the enemy is yet, because I've not played it that much.
I'm guessing if it's the Americans and if it's Americans in the 80s, you're probably killing Russians.
And an hour and a half was more or less the tutorial, and then the mission afterwards. But it plays very similar to XCOM, except there's more sneaky stuff you have to do.
In other words, it's got stealth and XCOM. You will love it.
Yeah, you'd think so. But I'm not really sold on it yet.
A bit cold on it.
I don't know. It feels like a B game anyway.
Okay, fair enough.
I'll have to give it more try.
Anything else you've been playing?
That's it, really.
Do you want to know what I've been playing then? I've been playing on the PS4 the most JRPG of all the JRPGs, Persona 5. That's very trippy. It's got a very strange story, and it's very fun actually. I'm quite enjoying it. Very stylish. That's a good game. I think it's exclusive to the PS4, but I think it's coming out on the Switch as well, because Super Smash Bros. Got the main character as a secret character, apparently. So I hear. I've also been playing, like, same as Ryan, the Resident Evil 2 demo, which was awesome. I enjoyed that. Especially when you got to blow zombies up. Although I didn't find the shotgun, I'm still really upset about that. I might have to make a second account just to try it again and try and get the shotgun. What else have I been playing? I've been playing some more of Mutant Year Zero, which I'm reviewing for the Well-Read Mage. That's also like XCOM, but it's also got stealth elements, like not turn-based, like free roaming stealth elements. And then when you get into combat, it goes into XCOM style. But that is a very difficult game, to the point where it's doing my head in. What I will say is, there's a duck that talks and smokes a cigar and has a crossbow. If that doesn't win you over to it, I do not know what will. Oh, and there's a wild boar with a shotgun. And there's a fox as well. It's good. It is good. It's just really, really difficult. It's quite annoying. And maybe I just have no patience for this kind of thing. I also, in an unprecedented move, spent some of my savings and Christmas money on a Nintendo console. I bought a Switch. I bought it because there's a few games on it that's supposed to be very good. But I bought a bundle that came with Mario Kart 8, which is great for multiplayer, like local multiplayer. And it also came with Mario Odyssey, which is like an old-school PS1 platformer. It's like playing Gex or something. It's great. It's very sort of low punishment. If you die, you just get a few coins taken off you and you respawn. But I think it's more about trying to solve all the platforming puzzles. So that's quite good. You can throw your hat at people and you can possess them. Like you can possess a T-Rex, and the T-Rex is running around with a big hat on and a moustache, just smashing into stuff.
So what you're saying here is if Mario isn't doing these jobs willingly, it's the hat all along.
No, because he finds the hat at the start.
Oh, right. Something like it was the hat all along.
Mario's hat's like the symbiote, like Venom.
Yeah.
It makes him do the bad things.
So there's no such thing as Super Mario Brothers. He was possessed from the very start in the 80s, and every time it's just been like a husk being dragged by the hat. So he hasn't even got a moustache. The hat puts the moustache on Mario, and away he goes. He finds a stronger host.
I'm going to go one
T-Rex.
I'm going to go one deeper into this Inception dream. That he's actually just a normal bloke in America who the hat controls, but in his mind is the game. So he thinks he's a little squat fella who can jump 50 feet in the air and he's just stepping on Goombas. In real life, he's some ruined man in New York stomping on kids in the street. And Mario is the games is really just what he thinks is happening. We should have made the Mario movie. Why did they?
Because it'd be too dark if we made it.
You have seen the 90s one, right?
Yes.
I haven't seen the 90s one.
That's entirely off tone as well. I think we could have done better. And Bob Hoskins would have enjoyed it if he'd done it with us.
And then Bowser got a tiny head in it.
No, that's the Goomba.
No, the Goomba was really buff with a tiny head.
Yeah. The Goomba looks like a guy who I work with sometimes. He looks like that Goomba. It's a tiny head and all. It's weird. It's terrifying. That's what games I have been playing. And I'm still playing Pokemon Fire Red on the Game Boy Advance as well.
Oh, and just so you know,
go on.
You can start your bit back up again because I'm back on Warcraft and I can tell you what Skargan's been up to this week.
All right, guys. This is a big event. If anyone listened to the first episode, and we don't blame you if you didn't, but please do. I found out that Ryan had fallen out with World of Warcraft, and I had an entire feature for the podcast set around Ryan's love affair with his character Skargan. And thank baby Jesus, he's back on it. Yeah. So, Stu, do you want to hear about all about Skargan?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, I see.
There's a pause there.
I think he was.
I could feel the eye rolling.
He was reaching for the suicide pills. All right, go ahead.
So, this week?
Yeah. What's Skargan been up to, Ryan?
What's he been up to?
Yeah.
Well, one of my other characters, and I've been on that one, and I did the Blood Elf Heritage.
Did I ask you about your other characters? Sorry, continue, Ryan. Continue.
So I did the Blood Elf Heritage Armour quest.
Okay.
That's quite good.
Did you get good armour?
Yeah, it looks pretty good actually. I'll put a picture in when we go on.
Yeah. Send
but
me
it's
pictures of
all
everything.
about- It goes back into the time they fought back Arthas from the Scourge invasion and stops them all dying, and that shows the fall of
I think this is a good thing. I'm not sure.
Sylvanas. This shows the fall of Sylvanas when she became a Banshee and gave her life for the other Blood Elves.
Okay.
High Elves at that time. But Skargan this week has, what's he done?
I don't know.
Broken somebody out of prison.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
That was quite good.
Has he collected some items in exchange for an item?
No new items. I was doing the war campaign. So I broke into a prison with a human disguise on. That was pretty good.
What race is Gargan?
Orc.
How does he fit into a human disguise?
Tyrion human. They're really big, burly, aka Thicc Bois.
Thicc Bois?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Warcraft's getting weird.
Yeah, I'll find you a picture so you can see what I mean by Thicc Boy.
Okay.
We broke a baddie out of there.
Yep.
The Horde use, and then put her on this ship
Yep.
with the war chief, Sylvanas, who sailed off and left me and two other NPCs on this island, prison island, like, so how do we get back then?
Well, thanks, guys.
So
Nice one.
we had to teleport us back. We did. What else?
I had a question there. I forgot what it was.
Sorry.
Carry on. No, it's alright. I'll come to it. Hey, what?
I've got something for Ryan.
Alright, go ahead, shit.
You say this, Ryan.
Damn, boy. Damn, boy, he's thick. Boy, that's a thick-ass boy. Damn.
Is that what they say?
Is that what they say,
Fast
Ryan?
boy.
Yeah. Just have a look so you know what I'm talking about. Just get on your phone and Google Tyrion human and you'll see what I mean.
We will also add a picture in the blog post.
Yeah.
Once the episode is complete. Because I would like to see a thick boy. They say, oh lord, he coming.
The whole story so far is that Stu will know who this is, but Sourfang,
Okay, explain for the audience.
who is the
Who is
High
Sourfang?
Warlord
Is he a goodie or a
of,
baddie?
the Orcs.
He's a baddie then.
Yeah, no, he's Horde.
Right, a horde, not the baddies.
No,
I thought they were the baddies.
there's no baddies in it.
Oh, well, wasn't there that film where they were the baddies?
I don't mind the film.
Oh, okay. Is the film not recognised by World of Warcraft fans?
No, it's a good film, but that's all ages ago.
Any thoughts on that, Stu?
What's that?
Oh, he wasn't even listening. He's
No.
taking his
I was
suicide
looking at the
pills.
Thicc Boys.
Oh,
Stu's
Stu's looking at the Thick Boys. All right. World of Warcraft movie, Stu. Is it good if you're a World of Warcraft fan, or is it a travesty?
That's alright. I enjoyed it.
All right, then. Well, there we go. Carry on, then, Ryan. Just wanted to clear that up.
Let's see, there's a Thick Boy.
Yeah, we're just looking at pictures of thick. This is why are we looking at pictures of burly men with beards and their underpants. Well, just carry on with your story.
Right. So there's a bit of I don't know what the word is, cloak and dagger going on because it's going to take ages to explain it.
All
The
right.
short story is
Yeah, go on. Just do bullet points.
There's Thicc Boys, and they're in jail.
Right, episode name started. Ryan Thick Boys.
yeah, that's THICC
Got it.
BOI, Thick Boy.
Yeah, okay, we got it. Okay,
Yeah.
carry on there.
So Sourfang left the Horde because there's no honour in it anymore because Sylvanas burnt a tree. Right, short story.
Well, if someone burnt the tree in my garden, I would not.
It was the world
my-
tree, so it's
Like
a big tree.
Yggdrasil from Norse lore.
Yeah, big
Well, that's
big
probably-
tree. She burnt it down,
That's probably not a good thing.
so he's
then.
not happy.
Yeah.
So he left the Horde, or went into exile, self-exile, where it
Yep.
turned out he was being held in the human jail.
And then loads of NPCs
And
break
then-
him out daily.
No,
player
no.
characters. Okay,
It
carry
was
on.
actually King Anduin that freed him
Oh goodness.
through a high, costly cinematic.
High cost cinematic.
Yeah, cinematic was released for it, like a high detailed one.
Oh, shit the bed.
And then, so now I had to do a quest where I had to go and find him, and it actually gives you a player choice. There's a choice in World of Warcraft, Stuart. There's a choice,
Wow.
so you can either
Be a Thick Boy or not.
no, so you can either locate him and then report back to Sylvanas where he is, or you can join a mini rebellion afoot and kill this Dark Ranger that you've been working with.
Yep.
And then keep Sourfang safe, and then go back and tell him you don't know where he is.
What did you do?
well, being an orc, I killed the Dark Ranger and said, I don't know where Starfang is, and then we're doing a mini rebellion.
So you were playing realistically as an awkward.
Yes.
I like that. I always got laughed at for things like that, like playing games, like adding a touch of immersion to an experience. Remember with Crisis 2 many years ago, when you're on that mission where Times Square gets flooded, and Stu laughed at me because I put my power armor on and crouched down like I was bracing myself against the wave. I just got really into it, right? When I play
maximum shield or something.
Yeah. And when I'm playing Call of Duty campaigns, I don't swap my starting gun until the bullets have run out, because why would you in real life? You get really told off. Your Sergeant Thicc Bois, you'll be on your case saying, why have you thrown away your M4? Where did that AK-47 come from? Oh, I'm sorry, Sarge, it's got a reflex sight. I don't think that's going to I don't know if that's going to fly, is it?
No.
Maybe I'm just a bit too obsessed.
Nice little segue there, speaking of guns.
Well, go on then. Let's move on to the next sorry, Ryan.
Yeah, it's fine.
Put your Warcraft short. The next segment. Now that we've finished talking about Skargan, who is Ryan's alter ego, we're now going on to the next section, which I'm going to call...
Guns.
And this little piece, I say article, it's not written, who's talking it. This segment of the podcast is going to be where the three of us, much like in the first episode where we discussed the PS Classic, are discussing the best guns from video games. Now, just to clear a couple of ground rules, Stu, is it specifically first-person shooters, or are we allowed third-person guns as well?
I guess third-person ones. I've gone for strictly first-person.
I've got a couple of third-person ones just to mix it up a bit. So how are we doing it? Should we go take it in turns and go one at a time?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Stu, as this was your idea, this section, why don't you go first?
So, just to clarify,
No, go on. Must always clarify.
I've got my 10 guns, but these guns, I haven't got 2 of the same, so there's no, except for there's one exception, but I can justify it.
Ryan has made a balanced arsenal.
Yeah, so these are the guns. If I could take 10 guns, these are my 10 guns. So they're not all assault rifles. It's one of everything.
I've got a real shit mix of guns, but I like Ryan's attention to detail.
Yeah, so you've got 1 pistol, 1 assault rifle, 1 shotgun, stuff like that.
Yes, more or less.
Okay, great. That's probably what we should have done. That's a better idea.
Well, tough. We're doing it this way now.
Alright, okay. So my first one is the M4A1 from Battlefield 3.
Okay, so you've gone with a nice real-world gun there.
Yeah, it was just my favourite gun in that game.
Does it feel beefy? Does it have one of those little foregrips on the front, like Special Forces?
Yeah, you can put all different attachments on it, like laser sights and tactical torches.
Can you give it stupid colours?
No, because you couldn't do that in Battlefield 3.
I respect that. You won't go to war with a pink gun.
I think it was 4 that added colours.
I mean, I've got nothing against pink things, but pink assault rifles have their place, and it's not on the battlefield.
Call of Duty.
Or you're fighting on, like, Mr. Blobby's home planet or something. Okay. Ryan, do you want to go next with your first gun?
Yeah, so my first gun is the flak cannon from Unreal Tournament.
Alright, go on then.
Yeah.
Tell us why you love it.
Who doesn't love it?
Oh, I love it. It's my favourite gun.
Bounce the guns off the floor, the shrapnel off the floor.
Like a nade, yeah.
Bounce them around corners if you're good enough. And it's got a grenade launcher underneath.
Do you know what my favourite thing about that gun was? It was big and yellow.
It's yellow, yeah.
It was like it looked like a Nerf gun, but it was deadly. Any thoughts on that one, Stu?
Yeah, right. So when you shoot flak at the floor and it bounced up, it would take people's kneecaps out of it.
Yes. That was a truly awesome gun. My first choice, are you ready for my first choice? The battle rifle from the Halo series. I had like a short zoom scope and a 3-burst firing pattern. Really accurate and proper deadly.
Yes.
It sounded really beefy. A lot like the regular assault rifle, which I thought was rubbish. Yeah, I mean, I know the generic assault rifle's iconic and all, but never rated it myself.
Yeah, no, it was good, especially with playing on the later games. We had SWAT, and you just had the battle rifle and a pistol.
Yes. I remember those multiplayer variants, so they could get quite heated. Alright then. Stu, next choice.
The Barrett 50 cal from Bad Company 2.
Barrett 50 cal from Battlefield Bad Company 2, I remember that one. I was rubbish with it, because I cannot snipe the joypad.
It was the only game where I've actually been able to snipe on it, and
I was rubbish.
Probably have some ridiculous shots with it.
And the Barrett 50 cal is the beefiest, biggest sniper rifle of all the sniper rifles.
It is, yeah.
So if you can tame that, you can tame anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good choice. Ryan?
So next... So these are in no particular order.
Yeah.
I've got the assault rifle from Quake 4.
Oh, that was a good choice. I've not played Quake 4 since about 2007, but I do remember it was a good gun.
Yeah.
It's good all-rounder, isn't it?
I like that gun.
Yeah, I mean, what made it good feel good?
Just all around, wasn't it? It was accurate enough. It sounded decent.
I like the fact it has a good sense of weight to it.
Yeah.
So you get,
The animation sold it.
yeah, definitely. And then they have to feel convincingly weighty, don't they?
Yeah, it had a good sound to it as well.
I agree. It brings on to my next choice, the assault rifle from Wolfenstein: The New Order.
I've not played that one.
Oh,
Or have I?
I don't know. You might have done. It's the one that it was a launch title for the Xbox One and PS4.
I might have done, actually. I always forget them. Is that the one? That's not the one where... There's Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus, which is the most recent one.
Yeah, it's the one.
And then it was was it the First Order?
No, there was the Old Blood, which
Old
was
Blood.
a short campaign.
Ah, that's right, yeah.
But it was in that as well.
Yeah.
So that assault rifle it's weighty. It's got a good sound and animation to it, and when you get to 1960, it's black with a red stripe on, and it looks really cool. You've also got a rocket launcher attachment for it towards the end, which makes it incredibly powerful. So that's my choice. Yeah, what do you think of that, eh? Stu?
Yeah.
It was with your next choice.
The injection gun from Time Splitters Future Perfect.
Oh, I had that on my list.
I had that, but I took it out in the end.
Yes. And so, what's your thoughts on that one then?
I think is it 2 shots and you start inflating, so you just like shoot like you, and like without you noticing, and then
Just very slowly.
And then you realise it's game over.
yeah.
To be fair, that gun was incredible. I had a lot of fun shooting monkeys with that.
Yeah, when you shoot them, when you play the infection game, you shoot one of the infected in a big group, and it's caused a huge explosion.
Yeah, that was good. I had a lot of fun with that one. Fair play. Ryan, your next choice?
My next choice is the DMR from the Halo series.
DMR. Which one was the DMR?
It was the one that followed on from the battle rifle.
Oh,
I think it was Halo 3, and then it's been ever since. So it was the single shot one.
Yeah.
So you got the battle rifle that was triple shot.
I think that was possibly in Reach, wasn't it, that one?
Yes, the DMR was in Reach, I think.
I remember that one. That was a good gun.
So yeah, it's the one that was single shot with a bigger zoom.
It's like halfway between a sniper rifle and a regular rifle.
Yeah, that's when we excelled at SWAT, because you had a DMR and it was just one shot everyone in the face.
Yeah, we were unstoppable on the 360 last generation.
So I think I preferred that one over the battle rifle.
Okay, that's fair enough. Just completely put down my choice. No, I'm joking. My next choice is... Oh, which one should I go for? I'm gonna go with one that's not a bullet-based gun. It was the flamethrower from Call of Duty World at War.
Oh yeah, good choice.
When you got that weapon, you felt invincible.
Yeah, setting the palm trees on fire.
Setting what on fire? Sorry.
Setting palm trees on fire and watching people fall out of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because the Japanese snipers tied themselves into the trees and got a rather nasty surprise when you set them on fire. Yeah, that weapon was brutal and it was horrific. And it really made you feel like you were controlling a weapon that was banned by the Geneva Convention, because it was evil. Right, okay. Yeah. Next up, Stu, you got any more for us?
Yeah, the railgun from Red Faction 1.
Oh, it's on my list.
I forgot about Red Faction.
Right, so I'm going to have to delete that so I don't mention it again.
I don't call it the railgun, I call it the eraser gun.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, but you have to say things like, let's party, get down, when you use it and things like that. Your luggage. No, that wasn't good.
When we played the multiplayer, we just used it to find each other and then switch to a rocket launcher and shoot that instead.
Yeah, because it was the weapon that could see and fire through walls.
That's it, yeah.
Which made it really nasty towards the end of the campaign when enemies started carrying it.
Yeah.
You were just killed out of nowhere. It's like, what the hell? And there's some bugger on the other side of the wall with a railgun.
Yep.
What's he called? Was he called Parker? Blank-faced Parker.
Yeah, Parker.
The hero of the story.
Yeah, we had to, so remember the bits where you had to do stealth?
Oh, you just had to fix a wall and scurry around.
You had to run around looking at the wall.
Oh, yeah.
That's not inconspicuous at all. What the hell's that scientist who's walking around running facing the wall?
I wouldn't mind, but wasn't his disguise just chucking a lab coat over his armour?
Yeah.
He always took his armour off.
That's alright then.
And that annoyed me as well. So he took your armour off, put this lab coat on, had to run around, and then at the end of this secret bunker where you're getting this guy out or whatever, you had to get in some space armour again, and there just so happened to be
the same one.
A miner's outfit there. You're like, oh, come on.
Okay, whose turn was it?
Mine now.
Go on then, Ryan.
Right, so pistol-wise, none other than the mag pistol from Halo 1.
The broken pistol that you could kill anything with.
Yeah.
You can zoom in and one-shot kill hunters who are the giant armoured, should take many, many hits enemies.
Worms.
Yeah, they're like a load of worms in the body armour.
Yeah.
They are like eels in the suit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough. I mean, I thought say that handgun kind of made
There's no
Halo
question,
1,
so.
didn't it?
Yeah.
But I think it came back in Halo 3, didn't it?
Yeah.
But they took it out in 2.
Yeah.
And they nerfed it in 2 and gave you just a regular handgun.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
But you could dual wield in 2, couldn't you? So that was the big thing. I remember my Halos.
Yeah, there's a bug, or there's a way you could pick up 3 of the same weapon. Not triple wield as in 3 hands, but
Oh, triple wield would be amazing.
You could have like I used to do it with SMG, so you get more ammo. You have one, and then you'd swap it out so it's on your back. Pick up another weapon, and then pick up an SMG in your left hand, and then you could swap your right hand with another SMG. So you'd have 2 SMGs currently in use, and then one on your back.
Okay. That's very tactical. Just a bit of an aside, talk about dual wield and SMGs. Do they remember the SMGs in Red Faction 2?
Yeah.
Which one's the one where you ran all weird?
Yeah, the one you did a weird run with them.
I've got that on Steam.
Do you do a weird run?
No, it's a really bad game.
It's not. Red
It
Faction
is.
2 was good.
Take them glasses off when you play it back. It's horrible.
It had the voice work of Jason Statham in it.
And so what?
Wow, this is a massive revelation. I'm going to have to fire up my PS2 and try it later.
Yeah, there's only certain walls you can blow.
Yeah.
It's true. The levels were a lot more linear, weren't they?
Yeah.
It's because a lot of it was in the city as well, so it kind of...
It's completely different to the other Red Factions, and it's not that great.
Then again, each Red Faction is very different to the one before it.
Oh,
Yeah, the last one was a bit rubbish.
I didn't play the last one.
Yeah, there weren't very confined spaces inside caves and that.
I didn't really rate Gorilla that much. It was just fun watching Stu smash buildings down with a sledgehammer.
Shame you haven't included that on your list.
In fact, thinking of Red Faction Gorilla, wasn't that the game Stu was playing when he hulked out?
It was,
Stu once got so angry playing on Red Faction Gorilla that he threw his control pad down, shouted too many die time, and stomped out of the house.
Too many times.
So just remember that when you hear Stu's dulcet tones, that under that calm exterior is an animal, a terrible beast who
Alright.
can't control his urges. All right.
Craig,
Shall
next weapon.
we do 2 more each, everyone? Is that
2
good?
more. I've got 10 here. I want to get through.
Okay, let's keep going then. Okay.
If you want, we could just reel off all of yours, and then I'll reel off all of mine, or whatever.
Tell you what we'll do. We'll power through them with a quick description, then the next person goes. That sound good?
Just reel them off, Craig.
All right. The M1 Garand from the original Medal of Honor.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah.
It went bang, 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 ding! And then you reloaded it. It was great. All right, Stu, yours?
The nail gun from Quake 1.
That was a good gun.
That was a very good gun.
A mini gun.
Yeah, it was just...
Ryan, your next one?
So my next one is the Electro Driver from Painkiller.
I
yeah.
didn't understand that one.
That's the one which fires shurikens and electricity in 2 different ways, and you can combo it to fire a
Electric
electric
Shuriken.
charge shuriken onto the floor that electrocutes stuff nearby.
That's not the one I was going to say, actually. I'm going to
You were going to say the stake launcher.
I was going to say the stake launcher. Yeah. It fires a literal... It pins baddies to the wall with a literal fence post.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
It's awesome.
But yeah, I went for the Electro Driver because I liked shurikening people.
That's fair enough.
That's also a way where you could... With some one level, I think it was a Venice level, if you shot them just enough, they ran at you, and then you move out the way, and they hit the edge of the level, and they just dive into the water and die.
Brilliant. Maybe they just had enough of being shot by electro shurikens. All right then, Stu, your choice. Go.
It's your turn, Craig.
Is it mine? I just said mine. It's a snake gun.
Oh, right.
Go on.
The bow from Far Cry 3.
Okay, I never really...
That's there in my list as well.
Never really-
Honourable mention.
I don't like using bows in video games.
Yeah, but it started the whole bow craze for first-person shooters, didn't it?
It did. I don't really like bows in first-person shooters. They annoy me.
Yeah, but it's the best stealth weapon you can get.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, if you're playing stealth, then it's normally a good one to have. But I prefer just pointing things at things that go bang. That was the very sensible statement from me there. Go ahead, Ryan.
Alright, so carrying on with that one, I've gone with the crossbow from Dishonored series.
Okay. I always played it super stealthily, so I only have used sleep darts. But
Yeah, but there's the option there. It's upgradable, isn't it? You can do all that.
it comes with explosives.
Sleep, normal darts.
And he wears it. No, he doesn't wear it on his wrist. That's what the assassin wears it on his wrist, doesn't he? Dowd wears it on his wrist. Corvo just carries it, doesn't he? But doesn't it kind of unfold?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. My next choice is the super shotgun from the Doom series,
Yep, that's on my list as well.
including 2016. And for a laugh, anyone go and play an old Doom game, I'll watch the 3 frames of animation between firing the gun, reloading the gun, and firing the gun again. It looks like he's just spinning it around in his hand. It's amazing. So I love the super shotgun. Yeah. Stu, go on.
The Model 1887 from Modern Warfare 2.
Oh, you noob. You had to go with the noob one, didn't they? That can kill you even if you're not aiming at them.
Do you mean the pre-patch? You mean the pre-patch 1887?
Pre-nerfed.
Yeah, where you can shoot someone from the other side of the room and then run around. But who in my mind takes that into a combat zone?
I wouldn't take an 1887 Winchester repeater sort of thing, cowboy repeater, into a modern war.
You don't take one, you take two.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you have to dual wield them. You have to repeat them.
And, like, spin around.
So I always laughed at the name Cowboy Repeater in Fallout New Vegas because I just thought of the phrase cowboy, 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 and it made me laugh too much. That's my dad joke for the podcast. Can we have a jingle for that? Dad joke of the podcast. Thank you. Whose turn is it?
Right, so there's a couple of mine we've already mentioned. So my next one then is the HV Penetrator from Fear.
Always comes down to the penetrating, doesn't it?
Or First Encounter Audit Recon.
Is that the one that's like the fence post gun from Painkiller?
Basically, yeah. But you could do it in super slow mo, and then pin him to the wall, and then do jumping kicks on the faces.
Oh
That's
yeah.
good with the Fear guy.
All right, my next choice is there's a game on the PC, and I think it was on PS2 as well, called Viet Cong. It was a lesser heard of first-person shooter from about maybe 10, 15 years ago. And it had the best AK-47 I've ever seen in a shooter. Like, once you got the AK-47, you didn't want any other weapon. It was realistic, like a real AK-47. For the rest of the game, we only had World War II weapons up to this point. But when you got the AK, it was a game changer. Those Viet Cong just didn't know what was going to hit them. Oh, it's so good. Kind of makes me want an AK-47. All right. On that note, Stu?
Spear gun from Aliens vs Predator.
I think we just like impaling things to things, don't we?
Yeah, but if you shot someone in the head with this one, it just pinned just the head to the wall.
I remember that. Was that AVP2?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Both of them.
Oh, wait, no. It was both of them, yeah.
AVP2 had the proper campaign with the story, didn't it?
Yeah.
I loved that game. That was such a good game.
Yeah.
That's a good choice, Stu. I suppose you could also say the pulse rifle and smart gun in that game were good as well.
Yeah.
Honorary mentions.
Yeah. That's one of the true scariest games I've played, playing as the Marine.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you can only have the motion sensor out all you got.
That game was genuinely terrifying. Anyway, Ryan, go ahead, love.
Go
ahead, love.
I've got the Seeker Special Purpose Rifle from Singularity.
Oh, I loved Singularity. I can't remember what gun that was.
So that was the gun where you could control the bullet.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I loved Singularity. I forgot that game even existed.
Class game.
It is. It's such an awesome game. He plays Renko.
If you ever looked back at my list, you'd see I've got a shotgun, an assault rifle, a long-range rifle, a pistol, a crossbow, a random gun that shoots shurikens, but never
Yeah, why not?
shotgun, railgun, one that shoots spikes at people, and then a sniper rifle. So yeah,
I've got all kinds. I've just got my dream arsenal.
I do have a list of 6 honourable mentions.
Rattle through them all together.
Right, okay, so obviously you've got the sniper rifle for the last one.
Yep.
Good sniper rifle. And then you've got the Redeemer from Unreal Tournament.
I liked the Redeemer, yeah.
Basically, you fired a mini nuke at people.
Yep, that was quite fun.
And then we've got the Lancer gun from Gears of War series.
That was an assault rifle with a chainsaw on it.
Yep. Another honourable mention. Got the Tommy gun from the Time Splitters series.
That was fun, that one. It's a fun weapon.
Yeah, it was accurate. You could dual wield it as well.
Yeah.
The bow from Far Cry 3. The smart gun from Alien Trilogy.
Oh, Trilogy was good.
Smart gun.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, what noises does it make, Craig?
Like that, I think.
Like that, yeah.
Let's just superimpose the real noise over that.
Yeah.
I'll find a stock image of the gun and superimpose your face over the nozzle, making that noise.
It's called the barrel. God. Good nozzle.
Nozzle.
Check out.
You know what I mean.
Check out Commando over here.
Yeah.
Go on. What else? Was there anything else?
So the last one was the STA-52 assault rifle. Bonus points if you can tell me what game that's from.
Oh, it's familiar. Was it Crisis 2?
No.
No. Alright, never mind.
STA-52.
STA-52 for assault rifle.
I can't think.
Sounds familiar.
You probably won't get it.
It does. Go on then, Ryan.
You ready?
Go on.
It's a Hellgast gun from
Oh,
yeah.
Hellgas gun.
Yeah, the Hellgas gun was good.
Hellgast. Well, sorry, no, it's not the Hellgast gun. It's an assault rifle from the Hellgast army.
Yeah. It doesn't fire Hellgaster at people.
No, it doesn't.
It's used by the Hellgaster.
Full clones.
Duck down! Over there! Every time you fire it.
When we do the research for this, I thought, oh yeah, Killzone. I'll have a look at that. And some of the guns were pretty good, actually.
I remember
one of them.
the magazine for the Hellgas gun looked like a roll of carpet with bullets attached to it.
It did, yeah. It went round like that.
Weirdos. Oh, to be fair, they were cool. Stu, any more left for you to list off?
Got an honourable mention.
Go on.
Yeah, Sarah wanted to include the Peacekeeper from Black Ops 2.
Okay. I mean, I didn't play Black Ops 2, but the Peacekeeper, is that a sniper rifle?
No, it's like a submachine gun. It's like a multiplayer gun.
So is that all your guns then, Stu?
Yeah.
If so, I will rattle off the rest of mine that nobody else has mentioned. The Halo Plasma Rifle, because it looks like a kid's toy.
I did have the Needler on mine.
No, the Needler's rubbish.
Yeah,
Nobody likes the Needler. It's cack. It's rubbish. Rubbish. Okay. Sorry, I'm finished shouting down Ryan now.
Get the plasma pistol over the rifle, though.
Oh, what?
Yeah, the plasma pistol.
Wrong.
Pistol's even rubbisher than the Needler.
I'm going to be sick on the podcast.
So you charge up the pistol, knock someone's shields off, and then stop to a drum out and take the head out.
Anyway, let me go for the rest of my list without having a Halo fight. The Wolfenstein New Order shotgun, because it looks like a big beefy engine gun, and it's very dangerous. The PPS H41 from any first-person shooter, because that's the best World War II gun, because it looks like it's a big pan with a gun attached to it. That's great. I've also got the Magnum from Resident Evil. I don't know if that's cheating on that, because it's not a first-person shooter, but you could blow a zombie's head off in one shot with it. That's good. I've got the Golden Gun from GoldenEye, because of how iconic it is, the one-shot kill. I've got the Sniper Rifle from Unreal Tournament.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Because if you zoom in slightly, then you can just run around the map getting instant headshots on people.
Oh, yeah, I used to do that.
If you want the facing worlds or opposing something or other, the one with the two towers, you could get monster kills really easily.
Get a what, sorry, Stu?
Monster.
Nice, that was good. That what you could do is just repeat that bit like ASMR, and I bet people will get quite turned on by that.
Well, if you kept killing while he was saying it, just kept going.
Yeah.
Oh. Anyway, the Nikita launcher from Metal Gear Solid, which was the radio-controlled missile launcher.
Yeah.
You controlled the missiles, not the launcher. Again, that'd be kind of pointless. And the silver ballers from Hitman. Not because they're particularly good guns, they just look cool. But there's one gun which you two have forgotten, which is frankly a sin when you're discussing guns from a first-person shooters.
What?
We forgot the big fucking gun 9000.
See, I left it off my list because I knew you were going to put it on yours.
Yeah, damn right. The BFG 9000 is the iconic FPS gun.
What does the Rock say?
Well, the Rock says, "Oh shit," when he sees it, but I can't do it justice. So we'll have to find a clip of that and put that in the podcast as well. You can put it right here now.
Big fucking gun. Oh shit.
There. All right, you've done it. Well done, Stu. That was a good clip. Okay. So are we all happy that we've discussed guns?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. That was a fun... Hopefully the audience enjoyed it too. Alright, so I've got a little bit of news this week, but because my main phone is off for repairs and this really old Galaxy S4 has CAC battery, it died before I could get everything. But I think I've got a couple of good stories. The first story is, does anyone know who Randy Pitchford is?
No.
Randy Pitchford is the head of Gearbox Studios, and is behind such games as Alien Colonial Marines.
Oh dear.
He's a bit of a dubious character, let's just say that much. Because then you can't sue us. But he left a pen drive in, I think it was a hotel or something. I don't know all the details here. I'm just going to give you the gist. It's just the gist. It's meant to be fake. He left a pen drive somewhere, and on it, some say there were some really dubious files.
What?
Well, I'm not going to say because if it turns out it's not true, then it's like a massive libel thing, and I don't want to get sued by Randy Pitchford.
Do rhyming words. Rhyme to what it should be. I'm not going to drop a beat, but you know, if it's...
let's just say it's suspect corn.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Of what type?
I'm not going to... Just use your imagination.
Rhyme it.
Skids.
Skids corn.
Skids corn.
Right, okay.
Oh, that's enough of that. Please don't sue us, Randy Pitchford.
Right, okay.
I meant Skids corn is what he's got.
Right, okay.
Corn.
Anyway. Skids corn, right.
And as if that's not bad enough, he's also been accused of taking a 9.3 million backhander from Take-Two Studios in relation to something to do with the Borderlands franchise.
Take two. Take this.
Take 2 million. They're taking 7.3 million more. Yeah. So Randy Pitchford is having a very bad week.
Yeah.
But by all accounts, he's not a very nice man.
I don't even pen drive of Skids Corn.
No. Why leave a pen drive of anything in the hotel?
Yeah,
Those things are expensive.
exactly.
So that's a worrying little story. My other news story I picked up, which I didn't believe was true until now, was that Take-Two is also being sued over the depiction of the Pinkertons in Red Dead Redemption 2. Pinkertons being the famous detective agency that was around back then. Do you know who's suing them?
The Pinkertons.
The Pinkertons.
Oh, damn.
The Pinkertons are still going. Yeah, they're still going in 2019. They belong to some Swedish security firm
Must
now.
be really old.
Yeah, I know, right? They all wear cowboy hats still. They belong to a Swedish security firm and they're demanding royalties for depicting the Pinkertons in Red Dead. What do we think of that? I didn't think the Pinkertons were still going.
I thought they were made up.
No, they were real. I mean, as Arthur Morgan would say, "Whoa, girl!" That's what I'd be saying.
Or as Ryan says, that's a Thicc Bois.
Whoa! That's the title. Let's change your mind. That's the Thicc Boy. That's the title.
It's not me that calls them that. It's what everyone calls them that. Check the WoW community.
That's what you
Everyone,
call
don't check it. It's canon now that Ryan calls them the Thicc Boy. That's it. It's happened. We've lost it. The last news story for this week's podcast episode is it was Fortnite related, following up from last episode's story about Carlton from the Fresh Prince suing Fortnite. Apparently, a kid's mum has sued Fortnite now.
Oh, yes.
Because this was well, not breaking news, but it was certainly breaking news to me before we went recording. Because Stu sent me the link to it. Let me just bring the link back up. Okay, so here we go. So the mother of internet sensation Orange Shirt Kid is suing Fortnite because an emote was added after a campaign led by fans. And this is
it didn't win it, but it was massively upvoted, wasn't it? Wasn't it like community choice?
So is his mum suing them because they
want some money?
Okay.
That's why it's suing them.
Well, bloody Fortnite, eh? Gets all these kids too excited. Too much Sunny D in Fortnite. I'm trying to think what the big sensation like that was when I was like a kid. I suppose it was just Sonic the Hedgehog versus Mario. That's what everyone talked about at that point, right? Any more thoughts on that?
The biggest craze was the Pokemon trading cards, surely. That was a big craze at the time.
It was, but if you were trying to not stand out as a bully victim, you had to keep it on the down low. You had to
trade like you were dealing drugs in school.
You had to scope out other Pokemon trading card game collectors without sticking your head above the parapet. It could be a bit scary.
Well, Ryan was part of an underground magic ring in high school, wasn't he?
I was, yeah.
Could you bring that knowledge to the new game? Get secret magic cards?
Secret magic cards? No.
That's a shame. Yeah, on my underground thing in high school was we had these floppy disks full of like MIDI files of popular songs. And people would buy them for 50p, and then we'd copy it onto their desktop on their account. And they could listen to a bad MIDI file of Gangster's Paradise by Coolio for just 50p. And one day we got hold of a .wav file for The Offspring's Pretty Fly for a White Girl, and that went for £1. We made some good extra money off 3.5-inch floppy disks. And if you don't know what one of those is, well, just go and Google it.
So what we used to do with 3.5-inch floppy disks was install Doom onto it and play multiplayer Doom in the IT.
You see, we got caught doing that, and there was trouble. There was big trouble.
No, we did it on lunch break. We were alright to do it on lunch break.
Oh, we weren't allowed.
Played Doom multiplayer. Just messed around on that.
A lad in my year who sold copied PlayStation games for £5. So my weekly pocket money went on the PlayStation game. I had a massive collection of copy discs. It was amazing.
That's cheap. It used to be £10 standard for a copy disc.
Wow, this was £5 because we were friends with him. It was like mates rates.
Right, okay.
It was good, you see. I got like Metal Gear Solid and all sorts. The downside was with that when you got to the point in the game where you had to look on the back of the CD case for Meryl's codec number, didn't have it on because it was a copied disc. I had to sneak around Woolworths with a pen and paper and write it down of a weekend. Woolworths being a famous department store in the UK that died and then got replaced by various knockoff bargain shops. So yeah, that's the news. As far as I could do with this terrible phone. Maybe I should start a Patreon campaign to buy me a new phone. I'm not really going to do that, listeners. I'm not that vain. So we were going to do a movie pitch this week, but we decided we'd probably be prattling on for long enough to give it a miss this week. Do you guys still agree with that, Stu?
Yeah.
So instead, Stu had an afterthought after last week's gritty Thomas the Tank Engine concept that we came up with.
I did.
He's got more Thomas thoughts for us. Stu, take the floor.
So this came about when I was making the pictures for Ryan. Yeah, I had to like delete the face off the trains, obviously, and I was just thinking. Yeah, as I was doing it, I was just thinking out loud to myself. So right, first off, I need to set some rules for this theory to work.
Yeah.
So
there has to be work within parameters.
So I've always imagined the train's metal, but the face is some sort of flesh.
Yeah, like a fleshy meat face on the front of a train.
Yeah, because otherwise it wouldn't work if it's metal. So it was like Terminator rules. So it's like flesh over a metal endoskeleton.
Like Murphy's face in RoboCop, where it's just pinned over a metal head.
Yeah, or like the Terminator. So if you burn Thomas's face off, it'd just be a Terminator skull there.
Yeah, okay. Right? I like that.
Okay, so with that in mind, if you look at Thomas's and all the other trains' eyebrows, they're very well kept.
Do you think someone's grooming them?
Yeah, so I was thinking, who does that? Is it the train drivers?
Like they finish their shift,
right.
Get the big clippers out.
Yeah, so they have to refill the coal, put some extra water in his little turret thing on the top, and then trim the train's eyebrows. But
okay, right, go on.
But are they reckon they're shaved and then drawn on because it looks weird, or do you think it's hair that they have to trim and pluck? And then if it's hair that they have to trim and pluck, are the trains consenting to that or not?
So, just to elaborate a little bit more, does this mean, like, if left, they will... So, I'm going to use the Idris Elba Gordon, for example. So, he's got a beard in this picture. So, if left, would, like, the Eggsy Thomas grow a beard if it wasn't kept right?
Yeah.
So then, all the trains would suddenly grow beards if they were unkempt.
Yeah, I reckon so.
My God, this is dark. I like this.
But, if the trains were not consenting to it, how many drivers have been bitten by the trains that have been having to try the eyebrow cut?
Imagine being the one that has to clean their teeth.
Oh yeah, obviously that's the thing, isn't it?
But they get loads of flies caught in the teeth.
Yeah, driving at speed, they just get covered in them, wouldn't they?
The odd person that doesn't move off the rails quick enough. No, as it goes down. That cow catcher would just funnel them straight into its mouth. It's a health and safety nightmare. I love this theory. This is a very good theory, Stu. Do you have to feed them? Do they eat meat?
Well, yeah. You must eat something.
Feed them, because you don't feed a Terminator, do you?
No, that's very true. It's very true. Do you have to rub moisturiser into them and things like that?
Do you have to moisturise Terminators?
I don't know. I've never moisturised the Terminator.
No, then.
There's a strange...
If you're going for Terminator rules or RoboCop rules, if it's RoboCop, you'd have to feed them baby food, wouldn't you?
And then they'll do that weird, like, jerky dance thing when they're having flashbacks.
Yeah. Back to when they were normal trains.
Yeah, to when there used to be people before their heads got stretched massive and put on trains.
So going off Terminator rules as well, if they got damaged in any sort of way, and then their skin was to tear a tiny bit, does that mean they would all of a sudden start sounding more like gyros, like Terminator, like all the time?
Yeah, of course they would.
Yeah.
Then you'd
that's what noise it'll make as it drives along, rather than
on the rails,
diddly da.
Diddly dum diddly da. That's a leprechaun. Diddly dum diddly da.
That's what noise trains make as they go past.
Well, now I've had insight into how Ryan's mind works.
Stu, what noise does a train make?
Yeah, diddly dum diddly da.
Well,
just keep saying it over and over to yourself.
Diddly dum diddly da, diddly dum. Yeah, okay. All right, diddly dum diddly. Try it at home, folks.
Yeah, just keep saying it, and that's what noise.
Just not if you're in public, because you might get arrested and taken away. Yeah. But okay, so that's a good theory, Stu. Thanks for sharing that with us. But also, props to Ryan's video that he made. Let's just say that on the podcast now. If you've not seen the YouTube video yet, I'll put a link to it on Twitter and on the blog. Go and have a look. That was hours of work from Ryan.
It was painstakingly numbing hours trying to find footage, and as you can tell, I got a bit bored later on and I just threw some pictures in there instead.
He didn't eat, he didn't change clothes, he just sat there stinking in his own waste, making that video. That proud of him. And Stu did a fine job on the audio editing as well.
Fine job. Yeah.
Fine job, sir. All right then. So
what's the title for this one? Thicc Bois Shaved Trains.
Wasn't it? Whoa, that's the Thicc Bois or something. Whoa there, Thicc Bois. That was it.
That's a big boy.
Whoa, that's a Thicc Bois.
I thought it was something about the trains though again.
No,
Oh,
it's
it
got to
could
be
be
Thicc
like
Bois.
it could be like Diamonds and Guns, but Thicc Boys and Guns.
Thick Boys and Guns. Stu, I leave it up to you.
Thicc Bois and trains.
I leave it up to you. The whole thing is beautiful, and I've enjoyed every second of it. So now, all that's left to really do is round out. So,
I just
since
thought
the
the
first
title.
episode, where
I just thought of it.
go on,
You ready? You ready? Ooh,
Go on,
Thick
ready.
Boys.
Boys.
Thick Boys.
Oh,
Stu, I love it. It's beautiful. You've done a fine job there. So, at the end of the first episode, the pilot episode, let's call it.
Yeah.
We got to self-promotion. You guys obviously didn't have much because you hadn't set anything up.
Still haven't got much now.
But you've got something now, haven't you? So let's start with Ryan. What's Ryan got to promote, to pimp? Where can we find you on the internet, Ryan?
I'm on Twitch now at cheese__ cloth.
Ryan's favourite kind of cloth.
You can add me as a friend on Steam if you wish at cheesecloth with a space.
And what about on Twitter, let's say?
Yeah, on Twitter as well. The name is cheese_cloth to go with Twitch, or you can search for it at Shart Select Ryan.
Shart Select Ryan. Because he's on Shart Select and he's called Ryan.
Yeah.
Stu, where can we contact you? What have you been doing?
So I'm on Twitter at Digeztive1.
And that's spelled with a Z instead of an S.
That's Digez.
Yeah. One. That's Stu on Twitter. And what else?
Just Digestive on Twitch.
And what kind of things have you been streaming, the pair of you?
Whatever I'm playing.
Okay, so just a random mix.
I've been sticking to Magic the Gathering and Battlefields, but I think I might give Forza a try.
Okay, that's good. Anything else you want to promote or pimp?
Yeah, Sarah's Twitch is the Duckle. DUCO.
The Ducal.
Like duck with an L at the end.
Like
instead of a K.
she's a duke.
And Instagram is CopeFerro101.
Okay, that sounds very dangerous. I like it. And as for me, I am on Twitter at Winstolf. Instead of an O, it's a 0 because I'm edgy. And I also contribute articles to www.thewellreadmage.com, which is a very good website if you like video game reviews that aren't full of hate and anger. There's some good stuff on there. And what else do I do? I'm also on Instagram. There's Winstolf, and with a 0 instead of an O as well. That's another thing what I do. In fact, I've just remembered on Twitter, I'm actually the Winstolf with an O instead of a 0. Just to be different. Just to confuse everyone. So that's something what I do. I'm thinking of going onto Twitch at some point, but I won't mention that this week because I'm still planning that out. I'm also writing an upcoming guest piece for another website, which is Normal Happenings. But I'll tell you more about that next time. And I also write a series of short stories over on my own website, which is www.winstolf, with a 0 again, portal.wordpress.com. So that's what I get up to. And if you want to follow the podcast, Twitter at Podshart, because Twitter gave me a weird handle for it. So it's at Podshart to follow the podcast. And we also have a WordPress, which is, I think, shartselect.wordpress.com.
It is, yes.
Thank you very much. So there we go. That's all what we do and all the things what we are doing. Anyone want to say anything else before we say bye-bye?
Not really, no.
Anyone at all? Stu, anything you want to say?
No.
Well, I guess it falls to me to say I love you both very much in a strictly platonic fashion, unless you want more. And goodbye.
Peace.
Peace.
Bye, everyone. Say bye.
Bye.
Say bye, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Say bye, Ryan.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye. Joe.